Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you the development shaping markets, capital access, and business decision making across Jamaica and the region. Let's get into the stories that matter. Preliminary work has been done on the construction of a multi-level car park for US $25 million for Kingston Wharves Limited, with the goal to store cars being transshipped from Jamaica to other countries across the globe. CEO Mark Williams made the disclosure while speaking at the 21st Jamaica Stock Exchange Regional Investments and Capital Markets Conference 2026. He emphasized that Jamaica is fast becoming a serious player in the global market for transshipment of motor vehicles. Kingston Wharves has established itself as a regional port for containers, but also plays a significant role in the global market for cars, moving in excess of 180,000 cars last year from as far away as Australia and New Zealand. And I quote, "It therefore means that the infrastructure that is required to manage 180,000 cars is capital intensive," Williams said, referring to other expensive heavy-duty equipment other than cranes that are used in port operations. The government of Jamaica says it will be seeking to borrow 5 billion Jamaican dollars through a 20-year bond at an interest rate of 11.75% per annum to help finance this year's budget. The minimum investment is $1,000, and the first interest payment is due on February 11, 2026, followed by semi-annual payments every August 11 and February 11. The bond will carry a fixed interest rate of 11.25% per annum less the 25% withholding tax. The issue forms part of the $158.4 billion the government had originally programmed to raise to fund the current budget before the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa on October 28, 2025. For the trading period of January 22, 2026, the most actively traded securities were Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited with 14,095,802 units, or 44.24% of market sales activities. Kentire Holdings Jamaica Limited with 4,161,290 units, representing 13.06% of market sales activities. Dollar Financial Services Limited with 3,345,695 units, representing 10.5% of market sales activities. Investor activity remained concentrated in transportation, construction, and distribution plays, signaling continued interest in dividend-producing and strategic assets. Turning to the foreign exchange market, based on Bank of Jamaica data for January 22, 2026, Forex traders recorded significant activity with strong demand across major currencies. For the US dollar, trading margins reflected steady liquidity, with the US selling at $157.73 and buying at $156.48. For the Canadian dollar, there was moderate gain supported by $2.15 transaction spreads. The Canadian dollar sold for $114.23 and bought for $112.08. The British pound continued volatility and offered short-term trading opportunities of $3.08 in profits for the banks. The British pound sold for $212.36 and was bought for $209.28. These movements underscore the importance of cash flow timing and currency awareness for businesses managing import costs, debt servicing, or overseas exposure. For the credit report tip of the day, you can use pledging shares as a strategy to support the health of your credit profile rather than strain it. By working with your broker to borrow against the value of your stock portfolio, you can access capital without adding traditional debt that relies heavily on your credit report. So whether your shares are listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange, Barbados Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange, or Toronto Stock Exchange, this approach allows you to fund growth, cover large expenses, or invest in new opportunities without increasing credit utilization or opening multiple new credit lines. The result is a more balanced strategy where your assets provide liquidity, your shares remain invested, and your credit report stays positioned for future borrowing when it truly matters. For our funded and focused feature, you can grow your business with government contracts if you're willing to follow the process. One step on the list of activities to enter into this area of earning is registering for the Government of Jamaica Electronic Procurement System, GOJEP, which is mandatory for high-value contracts. A partially completed profile limits visibility and bidding ability. It is important for business owners to know the steps for creating or updating a GOJEP profile, which includes uploading compliance documents and ensuring the profile accurately reflects operational capacity. A complete profile increases both eligibility and discoverability. As an example, our client Trevon, who owns a solar installation business, created a GOJEP account but left sections incomplete. Doing it himself meant invisibility, but with an expert review, his profile became comprehensive, searchable, and credible, unlocking access to higher value contracts. And that's today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing clarity to capital, markets, and strategy. Until next time, stay informed, stay intentional, and keep building forward. See you soon.